Here.
Rick Glenn, Bob McAfee.
Here.
Jim Guzzi.
Here.
Roger Spencer.
Here.
Donna Allen.
Here.
We all please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance and invocation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Gracious God, as we come to you this day to begin another session of the Junction Board of Alderman, we ask that you impart upon us your wisdom and your guidance so that we may promote justice, assist those in need, and provide for the overall well-being of the citizens of Carl Junction. Amen.
Thank you, Gary. Next is the approval of the agenda. Are there any comments or corrections to the agenda?
Mayor, we need to amend the agenda and take off number 11,
The closed session.
the closed session.
All right.
Second.
Motion by Roger Spencer, second by Mike Burns to remove the closed session, which is item number 11 from the agenda. Are there any other corrections? If not, all those in favor of approving the agenda as amended, please signify by raising your right hand. 6 in the affirmative with 2 absent. The agenda is approved. Next is the consent agenda, which is the approval of the minutes of the previous meetings, both the regular meeting and the closed meeting, and approval of our disbursements. Are there any comments or corrections to the consent agenda?
I move we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion by Donna Allen, second by Roger Spencer to approve the consent agenda as presented. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. 6 in the affirmative, the consent agenda is approved. Next is the public forum. Anyone wishing to speak at the public forum tonight? Last call for public forum. Very well then, no one wishes to speak. We'll move right along. Next is a resolution for filing for the MoDOT grant program for Highway Z, the sidewalk expansion. Which I better go down to. Does everyone understand what this is? I hope.
Take us to Dean Road.
This will take us just short of
By the car wash.
it takes us past the car wash, doesn't it? To Dean?
Yeah.
Okay, to Dean, yeah. If we get it. That's the only thing. So this is a resolution. I would like a motion to approve the resolution so we can submit it with our proposal.
I move we approve the resolution to apply for funding for the sidewalk project.
Second.
Motion by Donna Allen, second by Gary Stubblefield to approve the resolution for the transportation department sidewalks. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. 6 in the affirmative, the resolution is approved. Next is an ordinance. Ordinances. An ordinance approving Proposition 1, the local use tax on the April 6, 2021 ballot. First reading.
I move we put this ordinance on first reading by title only.
Second.
Motion by Donna Allen, second by Roger Spencer. Will the clerk please read the title? It's got to be the 3 because the 3 will be in effect.
An ordinance of the city of Carl Junction, Missouri, imposing a use tax for general revenue purposes at the rate of 3% for storing, using, or consuming within the city any article of tangible personal property pursuant to the authority granted by and subject to the provisions of section 144.600 to 144.761 revised statutes of Missouri, providing for the use tax to be repealed, reduced, or raised in the same amount as any city sales tax is repealed, reduced, and raised, and providing for submission of the proposal proposition number 1 to the qualified voters of the city for their approval at the general municipal election called and to be held in the city on the 6th day of April 2021.
Discussion? Budget Committee Chair?
Yes, the budget committee met at 6 o'clock. One of the things we discussed was putting this use tax back on the ballot again. And while I understand we will have some criticism, of course, the budget committee, given some of the expenditures we have, some of kind of a flat revenue, some of the things we're looking at, it was a unanimous decision by budget committee members that we recommend putting this back on the April ballot.
Any further discussion? Mike?
This maybe for Mr. Talley, because he probably knows more than I do. Where is the state on this? Right now, it's up to local communities like ours to pass our own ordinances. Is it possible that the state does this as a statewide, where we don't have to pass at the local level, or?
There is activity, and there have been attempts to do something at the state level. Thus far, it hasn't been accomplished. That does not mean it won't be accomplished in the new session, I guess, that just started. But I don't think anybody is so bold as to say it's, things are going to change and we're going to get something passed. But they are trying to get something passed where this would not be necessary. But they haven't got it yet. Right now, what's on the books right now, this is the only route to pass the use tax. So that's what we got today.
And about 3 years ago, the Supreme Court ruled that you didn't have to have a presence in the state for the state to collect a use tax. And every state in the union except Missouri and Florida passed that, and our legislature has not passed that. That's why when you order some stuff online, you see zero tax, because the company you're buying from does not have a presence in the state of Missouri.
I was going to ask that.
And and our legislator won't even pass that. So I think it's highly unlikely they're going to pass a statewide use tax, but I don't know. I'm not a legislator. That's just my opinion.
That answers my question. Thank you.
Any other comments or discussion?
Make Mark to put it on second reading by title only.
Second.
Motion by Roger Spencer, second by LaDonna Allen to put this ordinance on second reading by title only. Will the clerk please read the title?
An ordinance of the city of Carl Junction, Missouri, imposing a use tax for general revenue purposes at the rate of 3% for storing, using, or consuming within the city any article of tangible personal property pursuant to the authority granted by and subject to the provisions of section 144.600 to 144.761 revised statutes of Missouri, providing for the use tax to be repealed, reduced, or raised in the same amount as any city sales tax is repealed, reduced, or raised, and providing for submission of a proposal, proposition number 1, to the qualified voters of the city for their approval at the general municipal election called and to be held in the city on the 6th day of April 2021.
Any further discussion?
Move we put this ordinance on second read, or final passage.
Second.
Motion by LaDonna Allen, second by Roger Spencer to put this ordinance on final passage. This is a hand vote to go to either electronic or roll call voting. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. 6 in the affirmative. What are we going to have? Electronic. Well, wait a second. It's not up there yet.
We're not blinking.
We may actually be having a roll call vote. Oh, there we go. Please vote electronically. Well, not yet. Oh, we got 3 votes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 votes. Very good. 6 in the affirmative with 2 absent. The ordinance passes. We will have this on the ballot in April.
That's ordinance 21-01.
21-01. Thank you very much. Okay. Next is reports. We have the city administration's report here. Now would be a good time to criticize him if you want. He's not here.
More fun than these.
We don't care.
But he's probably listening online anyway, so. Any comments about the city administrator's report? My understanding is we still have heard nothing from our appeal with FEMA, SEMA, DEMA, and all that stuff on our hurricane or our tornado stuff.
Haven't heard anything yet.
Thank
The
you.
appeal's been sent in, but no word.
How about the deal for the grant?
The grant, I am still waiting for the newest application form to come out. it's still last year's form, so
Okay,
they have not opened it up yet.
okay,
I'll be checking on that.
thank you. Any other comments about the administrator's report? Very good. Department reports. I believe, do we have a building inspector's
Yep.
report? Well, any comments about the building inspector's report?
I think everybody in Carroll Junction replaced a roof this year.
Everybody but me. Yeah, we only had, what, 1,000 and, I can't read, it's too small. Roof inspections from, last year. He's doing a good job.
1,007.
That's pretty darn, that's a lot of roofs to look at.
Yeah.
Okay, next, how about Public Works? How's it going, Jimmy?
To go. We're good putting in meters. We've got Anita Plaza, we're about ready to finish up on Anita Plaza there by Casey's.
Mm-hmm.
On there, so I think we got, what, 6 building permits yesterday there.
Wow, yeah.
Gotta give them water.
So they got 2 foundations in. One other thing that I talked to Steve about, on Fairway Drive where they put the new ditch in.
Yeah.
When you go farther east,
It's sinking in that golf course there.
yeah. Not that it's personal to me or anything, but it's quite it's almost a water
And
hazard.
I've seen it, but, you know, I hate to get anything on that ground like.
Oh, I know. I told you, I just want to make you aware of it.
I got plans for that dish now.
Okay, okay.
But I need to try.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. Oh, and one other thing, I talked to Crystal about it. On the middle telephone pole on the back road on Briarbrook Drive, the light's out in there. She's going to contact Empire. Well, it's a little pet peeve of mine, which probably, there's a sign that says "We buy houses" on the telephone pole,
Oh, yeah?
which is illegal by one of our ordinances to have things on telephone poles, since it's not even our
And
telephone
that's
pole.
on Briarbrook?
The back road to Briarbrook Drive, Joplin Street, you take Joplin Street, you know where it curves down there, it's dark. That middle telephone pole in there, it's got a big yellow sign on it. Next time you're in there, just drive by, stop, go up there, rip it off if you would, please.
And I did get my signs in for that parking on West Briarbrook Lane.
Uh-huh,
We talked about here a month or so ago.
right?
My signs came in today, so we'll probably get that set up around that curve.
Yeah. Okay,
And I got, of course, no parking on this side of the street, which is where the houses are. And then as they come around the curve, start straightening up, I'll put an end of no parking.
Okay. good.
See what that happens.
Uh,
I'll let the police department know.
on Briarbrook Drive, just another one. When you change from 35 to 30, in between that, there's a sign that says,
Speed ahead, it got replaced today.
"Oh, it did. I didn't see
We've
it."
been putting new signs up all around town here lately.
You're just one step ahead of me. Thank
We
you.
got Romney Street, all signage up here, all the way down to Wells Street.
Good.
We've been putting up a lot of signs.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Anything for Jimmy? Anybody else? Very well then. PD, Chief.
Couple things. I submitted the LAST grant for this year, $19,700 something, a couple of tasers, which now have went from $800 to about $1,600, by the way. Equipment for new cars, the Nixle subscription, phone system for the police station. There's some other odds in it, but total of 19,700. So it's been submitted.
How much think you'll get?
What's that?
How much you think you'll get?
We'll try to stand pat on what we got.
All right.
I will tell you, in the past, we've done it alphabetically, so we're the ones that make the first cuts. Whip City's last, so they make least cuts. So this year I'm gonna ask you to go in reverse.
Reverse order.
I'll try to be fair.
There you go. I like that.
The other part, I've been relatively in hand the last couple of weeks. Saturday night was a little hectic when the bridges froze. We had 5 wrecks on 171 and Center Creek at
Ooh.
the same time. all connected with actually 5 different collisions. We had one on Joplin Street. As soon as MoDOT got the brine down, that ended most of them. We didn't have any more after that, but it got really hectic there for a little while because while the roads were fine and wet, the bridges were not. People weren't prepared for that, so. Yeah. Other than that, it's been a regular routine. We're probably running, we closed out the year with 706 reports. Domestics have probably been up. I think that's a whole lot of people being homebound and mixing a little alcohol and some stuff, and then honestly, some of them are new to town. But we've got a little of that going on, but for the most part, things have been well. Not a lot of property crime for a while, for a change. People have been either people have been keeping their stuff locked up, or they're just not hitting town, one or the other. So it's been relatively peaceful that way. So and that's probably down a few reports from what prior years have been. Not enough to make a big difference, but probably down some.
Good.
I had a question.
Yes. Love.
Speaking of, it brought it up when you talked about the accident. I did not get a Nixle notification. Is it work? I haven't for a while. That's
We
why.
probably should have sent that one out.
Okay.
And that's an oversight. At the time, dispatchers were running ragged. And to be honest, I put it out, and by the time we got it out, it's pretty much done.
Yeah.
It was that quick.
Well, I saw it come out on social media, but I didn't realize till afterwards I didn't get the Nixle, but I didn't know if it was working.
Because we didn't send it out.
Okay.
I have hired, Megan Waymeyer is leaving on the 22nd of January. Because she's gonna be a stay-at-home mom, take care of her husband's business. He's got a construction business and is just in a big boom. So she's going to be leaving stay-at-home mom books and schedule work and that kind of stuff for him. I've hired her replacement. She comes out of Carthage Police Department. She's sitting in today. She'll sit in a couple more days. In the next couple of weeks, she starts on the 15th. She comes in with 11 years of experience. She's a supervisor. She's in charge of the mule system, the computer system. She does the DWITCH, which is the DWI tracking system. She does that. So all that experience is there. So we've got that done. And I think it's going to work out well.
Good. Okay. Anything else for the chief? Thank you. Next is committee reports. Budget and Finance, Donna.
We met at 6:00 tonight. One of the things, as I mentioned before, we discussed was the use tax, and kind of where we're standing on some items on the budget. The other thing we discussed, and I believe we decided we need the full council's recommendation to go forward. We still have a lot of unknowns as far as the radio system. There is a slight chance that some of the CARES money could be used at the county level to purchase the MOSWIN system, which is what we had talked about before.